So,
Yeah. I think they would like to. Again, it's hard to judge the motivation of the players in these games. There's some players you talk to, and they're like, I just treat every game like it's my last game. You know, I just want to win. I don't really care about the position or whatever. But obviously, in the case of ITB, we can't really ignore the fact that they don't win or lose anything with this series, whereas the Goon Squad does. So if there's certainly a motivator here, it's going to be for Goon Squad.
yeah, it's all about morale. You know, sometimes it's about you have maybe someone in the team that the players feel like is not good enough. But if you actually take this series out of Goon Squad, maybe they're like, we might have potential. You know, the team could maybe
Yeah.
switch players based on how the performance of this goes.
I will say, by the way, that actually I'm technically wrong mathematically. If IV were to beat Chillax in the last series of the Div 2, they could technically get a tie with ITB if they also lost their last game. So there is that chance as well. So maybe they would like to get this just for the mathematical security. That is a tall order, though, for IV. But we'll see.
Definitely.
It's certainly possible.
Definitely possible. Mag here, maybe going for a mean skewer play. Let's see if what happens.
No, he did not go for skewer. He went for shockwave instead. Pex was forced to take the regen level 1. We've seen a lot of enchanters do this actually these days, going for the Nature's Attendance level 1. It does not feel as bad anymore, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow.
This time, if they actually, I think like if you did this after the camps were blocked, it's really good because you force the hand on the sentries from the enemy team. They hadn't blocked anything, so maybe Pex was just already predicting he was not going to be able to have access to the camps. I actually feel like Ench is a really good lane counter to Kotl. You're really fast.
That's so weird, man. Pexu attacking Kotl from behind. Sorry, continue with that. That was just a funny play. Go on.
No. It's I actually, you know, it's okay having the Nature's Attendant. The standard hero, he did have the sentry. He did put it up. So you feel like you're not gonna make use of the enchant. You get the heal just because you might actually take a lot of damage from Illuminate, and you just want to be in Tanner's face. As long as the Dusa has vision of Tanner, she's not gonna be illuminated, and that's how you counter Kottling lane. So it's totally okay. It's also your poor man salve for the Dusa in case she starts taking some extra damage in lane.
Sure. Let's look at some of the other lanes then. Bottom lane. What do you think of the DP Void versus Sand Shadow Demon lane?
I have the feeling this DP is wins everything. I will never doubt DP5 in lane. I guess it's J4 playing the 5, but still, I would never say DP cannot do anything. She is a beautiful woman with infinite potential. This I don't like Goon Squad's lane. I think it's very weak early on. I wouldn't be surprised to see Into the Bridge actually getting a kill. The Sentient Hero up to level 3-4. That's pretty garbaggio.
And there they go. Another time dilation using Handskin.
Wow.
Nice burst strike though by
God.
S4, catching both of them. That's, by the way, level 1. That's why it's so impressive. That range is miserable. But Bowie, if you doubt my J4 again, I will kick you off this cast.
I have never said
If it's
the
J4
word
playing
J4. I
DP.
said Death Prophet. Yes.
Okay. J4 is attacking Handskin here, but Handskin I think might have the upper hand. The third Shadow Poison. Oh no! Magic Stick! Handskin got surprised by that. Time Dilation might just kill him. The last auto attack, J4 gets the first blood. S4 could also be in trouble, but the Shadow Poison's about to hit J4. He's gonna be okay. Only level 1 Shadow Poison. Kinda crap.
Yeah. He was trying his best to use the tree line there so he doesn't give away stick charges, but still, really nice time walk blocking the position. Really nicely done by Autocure there.
And the level 2 Time Dilation, very clever as well. Really strong these lane. As you said, people are starting to be like, this spell is just kind of broken in lane.
Yeah, it's an amazing value point. Mid lane looks like we actually have a much better matchup this time. Limp is winning, but it's not like by 10 CS at 3 minutes, right? So this is very promising.
Sure. I think any lane you look at, Limp is just is winning. That's kind of the narrative for Limp in his mid lane.
Yeah.
Jesse does have the pointed skewer, so he'll be fine for now. And there's a salve as well. That's good. Ads. He got very cocky there and needs to be sent back. Have a little bit of damage resist because of the shield crash, but it's not going to be enough. Limp will be able to get this kill. And from Limp is winning to Limp is dominating.
Forget what I said. I just jinxed this guy, right?
Yep. I am. It's all your fault. You don't ever doubt Master Limp, my friend. At least not in the laning stage.
Alright, I'm not taking anything away from Limp. He's obviously a great player. Still, the side lanes are looking
Very
much
flavy
better,
today,
right?
boy.
When we look at this Magnus, he's actually ahead of S4. The Void, though, 7 CS. That's especially with the DP getting first blood. This is very sad.
Yeah, it's very, very sad, actually. Why is he so low on CS?
He's not hitting creeps, Albo. That's when
Well-
the creep count goes up.
Right. But what led him to be in this position in lane? Can you explain to me what?
Maybe they played a little bit too aggressive. I think we saw them going twice. They only got that 1 kill on handscan. So he will inevitably lose creeps when he actually needs to leave the lane like that. And the DP got the first blood. So maybe if Autocare had that kill, it wouldn't look that bad in terms of CS net worth.
Sure.
That's problematic. They do have Empower, right? So it's not all lost, but you don't want your Void to have double-digit CS starting at 4 minutes.
Okay, that was a bit weird. J4 just walked inside that sandstorm there. I think it was to preserve the Spirit Siphon, but the sandstorm deals more damage and the Spirit Siphon heals. Yeah, you're right. You don't want to be in the recovery form, especially when you also got a solo kill mid, right? Because it makes it so Pango can't really be the space creator either, as effectively.
Yeah, but the difference between Pango and Sand King is that Pango is much better and prone to making aggressive plays without having to farm a big item. Sand King was AFK for the first 5 to, I guess, like 10 minutes into the game. ADZ, as long as he gets level 6, which is very soon, could attend one of these side lanes whenever a situation presents itself.
Fair enough. Yeah, that's good. That's good then. So there's that hope. How is Magnus' timing? Is he also very dependent on Blink, or can he move before that?
He can definitely, if the Pango rotates to his lane, you can use RP. You're always going to have Skewer into RP. You just don't want the Magnus to rotate. You want someone to go to that lane, either the Void or the Pango. So far, it's going to be the Pango, because Autocare doesn't even have treads yet. We'll see what they'll decide to do here. He's actually going bottom on ADZ, which I don't mind. There's no vision. Oh, no mind it. There's actually vision. So maybe he actually realized what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, he just went back. J4 kind of has left the lane now. It seems like they want to try to go for the Sanking, but it's going to be a difficult one. It's in the mid lane. Limp doesn't have enough range on that X. It's only level 1. There goes J4. At least trying to kick out S4 of the lane. And Pango's going to try to defend this mid lane.
How did they
I mean,
keep
this is just Enchantress
alive for so long. This is 7 minutes in.
They have to Rolling Thunder for this, but more Rolling Thunder to just get rid of the creeps here. Maybe hopefully kill Pexu as well. Okay, not a bad bonk, but he does get the healing off in time. Continuing to keep him in the pinball zone, but Pexu's healing is just too high. Only a single point is his attendance. Tanner could also be in trouble. Ghost Ship has been used for this torrent. On top of that, Tanner gets dealt a lot of damage. Limp waiting for that second point, that Tidebringer to come off cooldown. Finally has it, and will get the Coddle in addition to the tower.
Yep, that's pretty much worst case scenario here for Into the Breach. You waste your Rolling Thunder, you lose tier 1 mid. Really good move by goonsquad. Actually, I actually have no idea how Into the Breach didn't address that catapult for 2 minutes. Kind of crazy that it was up. But knowing that there was no RP and that there was no chrono, they can just go for that play. They didn't have enough heroes in position, even steal the stack that Tanner did. Oh, if they can at least get this kill, but they have no stuns. Oh, man.
Yeah, Ads will not be able to get the kill on Enchantress once again. It's a really tough kill. I mean, again, a single point in healing, but Pexu's doing so much with that. They don't have enough burst damage to really bring him down. Once again, it seems like ITB, or the team with a Void, has damage problems.
Yeah, definitely has damage problems. They do have that Empower. How many points? Okay, he actually got 2 points, and he will get level 7 now. I really want this Void to rotate to the top lane with the 10-minute catapult. I think they have to force that tower. In game 1, they took the tier 1 off the safe lane tower at 20 minutes. They cannot let that happen. They have to open up space for the Void so that he can use this Empower, and the Pango and the Magnus can play together. This is like they don't get this tower with the next catapult. I'll be very, very preoccupied with their chances this game that already look a little bit slim, if I gotta be honest.
Yep. It's tough because you're up against Sedusa as well, yet you're losing your lanes, you're not going to get the timing you're looking for. Should Void, by the way, go for the Fusel Blade that we've seen a lot of Agi carries, or is Void just not a good hero for that?
It really depends on what they want to do. If they want to fight with the Empower, it's definitely the best bang for your buck in terms of how much it'll benefit with the Empower. If they want to farm, then Madness is good. And they have lots of techs, right? Oh, man, if they can get Pexu at least. Right,
that was so well calculated here by Limp. You got Otakar anyway. Sorry, I missed the Pexu kill because I was watching Limp get Chrono down bottom.
Alright. And they don't get the kill, so...
No. They do not. No. He did waste Ghost Ship for that. Ghost Ship and Torrent just for that, but I think it's fine because it was an exchange for Chrono. Jesse does secure himself to safety. S4 will be hit by the Illuminate, but S4 is just here to tank this gank and try to protect the tower. Now the bottom will fall alone to Limp.
Yeah, it's rough. Death Prophet having some XP problems. I do hope that they give the jump to her. They did a decent amount of damage.
Hey.
Q is far.
Well
that's
done.
a tower for them, I think.
Oh, that's actually huge. Ads getting that kill is pretty important here. A little bit of recovery for this Pangolier and the tower that we were talking about.
Very, very nice. I would love to see Chessie walking towards Faceless Void right now. He's farming without... Like, look at that stack. No one's ever going to farm that stack if they don't have Empower on. I would even mind seeing, like, the Rolling Thunder being used in that Ancient stack, because it can definitely be stolen by the Sand King plus Kanka. I think this is their highest priority. Do not let this stack be farmed, because there's actually Dire Vision already. And I wouldn't be surprised if they smoke to contest this once into the breach postures there.
Until the breach is kind of taking over the enemy jungle, but it's only two heroes.
They're ready. They really want to stop this.
They do. They don't want the evasion to happen. They have a ward here in the enemy triangle. Oh no. Oh no, this whole ancient stack and Cooker can take it afterwards.
There's no hero blocking the smoke.
Oh, that's gonna be bad for Otakar. Even with a silence, he hits the ghost ship perfectly. This man plays the Kunkka. Indeed. J4 is forced to activate Exorcism. They have to defend the stacks no matter what. But they know it's kind of impossible. Or maybe not with ads coming in. He has Rolling Thunder, the arm pinball zone. In fact, the TP from Limp. The stacks are still alive for now. S4 is capable of making out of here alive. The Enchanter's taking as many creeps as possible while Hanskin creates some space for her. Hanskin acknowledging his own death as the Enchanter's so close gets one more Ancient creep. The stack is done for. Only a little dragon is left alive. J4 could be in trouble himself. S4 helping Pexu here. And in the middle of the sandstorm, J4 will fall. Oh, maybe. Yeah, even with the exo healing, he's gonna die to the Kunkka.
Okay.
Ads does have a shield crash. Slow for Pexu. And where's the rest of the damage coming from? In fact, Ads has been stopped. The torrent, the stuns. Ads is dead. He went for Pexu and he regretted it right after.
Yeah. You have to be very confident with this Pangolier hero to make Auto Pango look that good. I think lots of times I see these Pangos missing the swashbuckles, and like it actually became a pretty hard to hit spell once they nerfed the cast range and all. So I don't even blame the Pangolier. It's just that I see teams just first phasing this as if it's like incredibly potent, but you really need the execution, which right now, you know, it's probably Goon Squad outplaying Into the Breach.
Yep.
But still, it's high execution. You know, you have to be very confident if you try to run this.
Yeah, I really want to highlight Lim's performance in the Kunkka. Getting that ghost ship every single time. When you know the enemy team has stuns, there's a way to be able to set up the ghost ship so it hits at the end of the X, and you don't have to recall them back. It's a pretty basic technique, but doing it consistently is not that easy, and Limp has been able to hit that every single time.
Speaking of Limp,
J4
he will find himself a J4.
Well, seems like J4 surviving for now. Oh, no, there's the ghost ship coming in. And of course, Pex is going to join for a little bit more damage. J4 gets hit by the Tidebringer, the Shadow Poison. J4 still alive. He's acting as Pexu right now, and Pexu might actually die before J4. The Rolling Thunder will bulldoze him underground. J4 outlasted the enemy team. Well done.
Oh, that was good. They also didn't jump the gun on Chess's Blink Dagger. I think that's probably why
Yeah.
they didn't commit on the DP. Chess actually showed that he had Blink, and goonsquad didn't want it to commit fully. Very, very nice. The Void keeps on forming. The gold advantage is worrisome. Oh, and look at that. Actually sending the Mud Golem to the Ancient Camp to block it. They're doing a really good job at
Don't be
stopping.
mad.
It's clear that
Oh.
they wanted to like outscale goonsquad,
Yeah.
but
yeah,
they're
yeah.
contesting the stacks, blocking the Ancients with creeps sent by the Ench. Really nicely done by goonsquad.
Honestly, this level of patience.
Oh.
Oh, but they did catch the Dusa though. That's another way to outscale. Just killer. Aqua, however, activates that Stone Gaze. There's the TP from the Shadow Demon. And the Chrono gets stopped right in his tracks because of the Pearl Strike from S4 in addition to the Epicenter. But S4 could be in trouble himself. S4 comes out, Disruption to die. The Exorcism is keeping the enemy team at bay. The Dusa's force turn into a pig and run away. But they still want to go for Handskin. That kill indeed they will get. goonsquad now getting 2 supports instead of just 1. Dusa does not die, but not that bad for ITB. Much better than last game for sure.
Yeah, not that bad at all. And one thing we didn't really talk about, if you have RP and Chrono, the targets will be in place and the Swashbuckle will land. So that is definitely a way to, like, once you have this Diffusal on the Pangolier, it is insane damage if you guarantee to hit all of the attacks. And they actually did a good job there. Unfortunate that the Dusa survives. The Chrono was slightly... it was very close actually hitting the Sand King and then he doesn't get the Barrel Strike off. Oh, Limp forced to be KD. I mean, this is looking much better. I actually didn't expect that fight to go that well, and now Otakir will farm at pretty much the same speed as Dusa. Obviously, Dusa very far ahead, so she will probably maintain this distance for a while. But once the game, 3K, 20 minutes from now, it's not going to be that much of a deal as it is at 15 minutes.
Sure. That's true. But that said, you have the difficulty of you're up against a Dusa, right? Is Void able to match her in the late game, especially with this kind of build that he's going for?
Late game, I think actually yes, because you get
Okay.
the being able to go in and out, 4 Stone Gaze. I think you can actually just outmaneuver the Dusa, especially if the heroes that they had. We talk about Magnus alongside this Void. But it is, dude, this draft is hard to play. So if Into the Breach actually takes this game, I would be very happy as them. I think it would give them a lot of confidence going to game 3.
Yeah, I mean, if again, they'd be the first team to beat goonsquad ever in this Division 2, so I think that'd be a huge win. Even if just for the morale of the team.
They did lose one game in the qualifiers, right? But we're not gonna count that. They are unbeatable,
Right.
undefeated, the best players Division 2 has ever seen.
I'm not wrong, right? They haven't lost a single game in any series. right?
Yeah, in the actual DPC,
Yeah,
but
that's
in
it.
the qualifiers they dropped one in the last series that they played.
Yeah, but they were memeing. That doesn't count, right? S4 likes to meme. He gets 1 game out.
Yes, that's true. That's forehead.
It's S4 is just like he's just a philanthropist, really, Dota2, right? So sometimes he has to give games to lower teams, just because he wants to help out, right? The scene.
Yeah,
He
like
can't
he didn't
talk to them, so
qualify,
that's
but
the
at
only way
least
he
he
can
took
really
one
help
game out of us. OJ4 doesn't get hit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, what an RP though! As it catches 2, but 1 has a BKB, so they have to settle for Hanskin alone. However, S4 is dead here as well, and they get a double kill. S4 starting to die more often. They will also be able to take the tower mid. Okay, ITB. They're actually opening up their map. This DP has been much more impactful than I expected it to be honest with you.
Yeah, especially considering how far behind they were, and all of the stacks being taken. It's not like goonsquad chilled and farmed and they gave this game back. It was actually Into the Breach's moves that allowed them to get this far. So really nicely done by them.
Yeah, I like your point actually. It is that Into the Breach kind of realized, right? If we AFK farm like we had originally planned, we're gonna lose because they took out stacks. There's a Dusa in the enemy team. But instead, if we go and fight them, try to take advantage of these spikes, try to take advantage of the fact that goonsquad's playing too aggressively, we might have a chance to win these fights.
Yeah, this
Of
is a
course,
much
not if
better
Jesse
showing.
dies in the top lane.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is a much
Oh,
better
no.
showing from Chassis. Thank God it didn't say.
Oh
it,
no,
'cause-
Limp is looking for the kill on his brother. He doesn't get it. Oh, he's gonna let him live. He was playing with him the whole time. Fraticide in the top lane as Ads comes in, tries to avenge his teammate. But Ads does not have the damage just yet. He's waiting out the rest of the team. S4, you might be overstaying your welcome here, but the rest of ITB actually looking for other targets. Apparently, Limp might be one. They decide, hey, is S4 really still in that sandstorm? So we have vision.
We
They
have
do.
a
They have dust.
dust. We could go for it.
Oh, no, they missed it. It's okay. S4 reveals himself. There's the blink, rolling thunder. S4. That TP was microseconds away. S4 is now stuck. They don't need to pinball him. They can just auto attack him to death, and that's gonna be the shield crash to finish him off.
All right. Another thing in terms of itemization that I'm liking a lot is that this DP going for drums, obviously not unheard of, but we talked about the fact that they kind of lack damage, and once you have this Magnus giving lots of damage to your Void, having the jumps to pop during Chrono, I think is really good. Eventually could even get the upgraded version of that item, but probably after this Blink. Chessie though, the mid lane.
Mid lane. Oh no, that Wild Wing worked against
Wow.
Chessie. And he sent them back. Well done there by Pexu. Pexu will die for this, but he'll happily die for an offlaner as they use everything to kill Hanskin. Void really hates him. I don't think they need the chrono for that, but okay.
I think what their mindset is, both was wasted. We get this kill when we have the DPO running, so we might just be able to force Roach. The only spell they have is Epi, and the Sand King is pretty far away. S4 has to pop the smoke right now if they really want to do this. The creep though scouts what's going on. Oh, into the breach. Are you biting more than you can chew? This is, yeah, I like this move. But the problem is, what if they take it away from you? What have you done?
Yeah. I think they don't have the damage to do so, though. I do love that as a Dusa, the best play you can make is walk in confidently.
Yeah.
Dusa just has two modes, right? You either hang back or you walk in confidently, but there's not much more playing potential for this hero.
Exactly. Do scout with Dusa inside. Smoke still ongoing. About to...
Yep.
Oh, no.
Okay, they don't have Chrono, though, because they used it earlier. And in fact, the Void's in
He's
trouble.
up.
He got Burrow Strike. He's dead. Az is forced to retreat. Stone Gaze did get used here, but they just lost their carry. At least Chessie is back, but Tanner's been slowed. Tanner is being chased after. There's the X-Mark spot to bring him back. Torrent to kill him off. Goon Squad will decide to go for the Roche. As ITB, they kind of lost their chance to contest this. Chessie is thinking about it, though. He's found himself a nice little position. There's a ward up in the high ground. Obviously, that doesn't give vision of Roche, but he's going to try anyway. Does he guess this correctly? Is he going to try? He is not. That Roche is going to fall.
Interesting that they're going for this. All right, there.
J4. Oh, J4 could be in trouble. There's no exorcism on him. In fact, J4 is going to die in a matter of seconds. And Goon Squad get the Roche and a couple of extra kills around it.
Yeah, it was a decent performance. I want to highlight that S4, you know, usually when you see these offlaners, you always want to make these big items before you get your shard. The only reason he got the kill on Void before he pops BKB is that he had the shard instead of finishing the U-Scepter. The extra damage of just walking and popping an Epicenter charge was enough so that Otaker couldn't BKB time walk, and then the fight could have looked pretty different. So I really like his item decision there. Also, really good at the way they wrapped around. He waited for his smoke until the last second to engage. Also, a little bit of a jump the gun moment from ADZ. I don't think there's any point in using Rolling Thunder there. They didn't have the Chronosphere, as you pointed out. So you're using this one spell, and you just totally jeopardize their chances of ever taking another like a fight after that.
Yeah, I see your point. It was hard to say who made the call there to go in, but it was weird. Like, Otakar had no business being there, you know? What is a Void without a Chrono? Especially a Void with this build. Like, this is a build just to use Chrono.
I think,
Magnus?
like, it's fine if he's dead.
Oh, he's dead. He's dead, he's dead. That's okay. You think it's what?
Fine that he's there because he had the BKB, because, like, if you get out, oh my god, another Chrono.
Another Chrono just for Shadow Demon.
Okay.
This time, at least it's definitely needed, otherwise Shadow Demon probably does not die. But now this team fight becomes impossible for them, as they did buy back on Chessie here. Ads is capable of rolling himself to safety, but S4 is nearby. S4... he tried to kill a creep there, which is why he was a little bit delayed, but he finds Ads regardless. There's the Epicenter charged. S4 decides to not complete the Epi, as Ads will be able to shield crash himself and TP away. Tanner, however, will not be so lucky, and Tanner will fall.
Yeah, I really feel like Otakar going a little bit too overboard with the way he's using Chrono, because now this gives an opening for them to go high ground with the first Aegis. I don't think usually they would be able to do that, so they're either baiting a crazy play here from this Magnus in case gets a good horn toss, or this might just be a free Rex that they gave with the Chrono. They do have the smoke. This Void has TP. It does. Need a perfect horn toss here.
They do, and it's actually even better than perfect as they get a Sanking for free here. But Aqua still has that Aegis. Chessie dies in the backline, so despite a really good initiation, there really wasn't a follow-up. Now finally the follow-up comes in. S4 does die. They're ignoring Aqua. Otakar just trying to heal the backlines, going for the Shadow Demon first. Disruption's been used. He's gonna live for now, and Otakar's wasting his BKB, finally getting the kill on the enemy 4. As Otakar, oh no, he missed the time walk. He didn't get up to the high ground, but Limp got juked by this. What a genius, Otakar. However, now he's stuck.
Oh?
He is mega stuck. And there's no stepbrother this time to help him out. There's only a Kunkka. But the expert of spot misses twice, especially thanks to the Fusel Blade from Ads, who actually removes his mana and allows the Void to retreat. That was kind of a miracle for Otakar. I don't know how he survives that.
Yeah, they had the Chakra Magic double time walk play there. That was pretty cool. That's something we didn't talk about during the draft. That could be a way for Otakar to actually engage at times that a normal Void in a normal game wouldn't be able to do. But still, like, that Chrono had a high price for into the breach. I actually think they're playing pretty well, but goonsquad, they're really good at just abusing this ball's mistakes. Or I guess, they're kind of medium-sized mistakes, because using Chrono at this stage of the game, you have to be very careful about it. Yeah, we do have a replay here. The axe, though, was so fast on Chessie, man.
Yeah. I think Chessie, or you mean Limp, yeah. They're brothers, it's normal to confuse.
No, Chessie got X back from Limp. From Limp sides.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. I feel like the initiation was really good, but I didn't think the team seemed prepared for that, right? They didn't really trust his teammate to be able to pull them back, because there was no Rolling Thunder ready afterwards. There was no, like, Swashbuckle, Shook Crash immediately. They just kind of attacked them a little bit.
Yeah, without the Chrono, fight obviously is hard, so maybe the play was even giving that up, because they do have tier 2s. I think they're definitely feeling more pressure than maybe a different team would feel. But I really like this. They're wrapping around. They do have Chrono now.
Yeah.
Ideally, you ignore this Dusa with Butterfly. Nope. I don't think you can kill. Oh my god, they're going for the Shadow Demon again.
Don't Chrono him.
I hate this guy.
Oh, they did it. However, they hex the Void. Oh! Beautiful RP, but the Void's tied to the Epi, which means it's only the damage from the Pango and from this Magnus is going to be enough to kill off Peksu. But can they also finish the Dusa? I don't think that's possible right now, as J4 is trying his best. Chessie walks in, almost dying as collateral. J4 will have to sacrifice himself so the rest of his team can live. If it wasn't for the Epicenter, that team fight actually would have gone the way of ITB.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's a play that to time walk with BKB on. You have to expect the entire goonsquad to be there, right? You're sieging, your Aegis just expired. If you had BKB there, they actually get the Chrono, then the RP. That's a totally different fight. But yeah, it happens, as they would say. Tanner probably dead.
Oh, now with the help of Magnus. Look at that, Limp is going to die as a result. Yes, Tanner from high school's dead, but at least Limp dies with him. Chessie, showcasing why he was known to be a Magnus player back when he was the mid laner.
Alright. Glimpse of hope there. At the end of the day, high ground still up. Aegis is down. It's all about next Aegis. If somehow ITB can steal that Aegis, make sure goonsquad doesn't use the advantage they have right now. I could see them winning this game at the 45, 50 minute mark. I think it's gonna take a while until they recover. They have to win like 2 or 3 fights until the game looks even.
Yeah.
But,
and that's what against a Dusa, right? So
yeah. I mean, yes, it's a Dusa, but I do feel like the Void, like once you actually have Ags on this Void, you're so strong versus Dusa. Because you're just blinking and bashing her, applying Scotty on a ranged hero, by the way. And you can easily disengage. It's like Dusa has to pop Stone Gaze. Obviously, this is goonsquad. They're looking really good. But I feel like their draft has what it takes. They just have to execute it, which, sometimes they do a really good job of executing. Sometimes it feels a little bit flat.
Again, I think you just need to trust in their teammates and go for these risky plays more so, right? I feel like Chessie is honestly kind of carrying them back into the game. And if they're just ready for Chessie to always succeed in his fishing attempts,
Yeah, but for his fishing attempts to be better, he really needs this BKB. That's the biggest timing.
Sure.
If he could
Yes.
ideally get this before Roche, because then like there's not gonna be a burrow strike as soon as he jumps or an axe. Because he's being like fishing for these fights, he's not farming as much, which I think is the right play. Otakar had a terrible laning stage, so you have to leave farm for him. But that also means he's not fully equipped to go fishing. You know, he's pretty much fishing with a bamboo rod.
Yeah, he has no bait, right? It's just a hook.
No bait. So Roche, is it gonna be kind to them? Okay, pretty long respawn timer. 3 minutes could be enough for this BKB on chess.
Yeah, they have to prioritize his farm now, though.
Yeah. Gets this wave. Can I get this wave?
What are the big?
Nope.
No, they give it to the Pango. I feel like right now it's Otakar or Chessie, because Otakar is 700 gold away from the Scotty, and Chessie is really close to the BKB as well. And we have a refresher on ads, right? Like, it's not as valuable for him to get farm right now. He's still, like, really far from the refresher.
Yeah, this Ags on him though is a huge power spike, especially with the Kodo. I feel like the Kodo needs to play really well with ads. If they can get the double swashbuckle, double shield crash with Diffusal, that's insane amounts of damage. All right,
Yeah,
time to go.
Gonna go in. There's a Rolling Thunder. He did go for the extra shield crash CD and ball. That's as much damage as possible. Here's the shard as well. They catch the Kunkka from behind. That's the RP used for this though, and the Magnus now turned to stone. He's been broken, Bowie. Oh no, the Piglet as well. They collect his ham. Otakar still has the Chrono and is forced to use it in the end, but unfortunately there's not much follow-up. There they bring the Shadow Demon again, his favorite target. They kill S4 first. Otakar, though, is going to commit to killing the Shadow Demon, and for now he lives. The DP managing to draw the aggro of the rest of the team, as Otakar is capable of TPing back home. Not that bad a fight, all things considered.
Not at all. Wow, I am very like they only landed the RP into a Kunkka that didn't die, and yet they still managed to take a good fight. I think they did a good job of not using all the spells at once because the bolt was used. So with a team already this far behind, you're gonna lack damage against the run buff. So a lot of patience with the way that they took that fight. But
Yep.
I don't feel like you have to jump the gun like that. You don't know if Roche is up or not. If Roche was up, this could have lost them the game. So I really feel like sometimes they're taking fights that are not necessary, considering some of their power spikes are still not there. You know, the Scotty, we talked about it, even the BKB on the mag. I'm glad, though, that it didn't end up being game losing, because that's one of those risky plays that either, you know, wins you the game or loses you the game. He ended up in a draw.
Yeah. Scotty's complete on Otakar. I want to point out, though, in that team fight, I noticed that the BKB on Otakar got used around the same time as the Stone Gaze, right? So you end up having, like, the first 4 or 5 seconds of the BKB completely... Did he go for the talent? No, he did not. So the first... oh, he did. The first 5 seconds of the BKB, or 8 seconds of the BKB completely nullified by that Stone Gaze, right? So he couldn't really utilize that properly, and that led them to a much harder fight than it could have been. So maybe in this next fight, if they have a better initiation, if they don't lose that BKB to the Stone Gaze, they could win it if they do that again.
The big problem, though, is I said Roche was not, like... They still got kind of screwed by Roche, because the Aegis... I'm sorry, the Chronosphere is not going to be up in 30, but Roche is already up. Considering how farm this Dusa is, they might just be able to get this before into the breaches even there. Do they even have a smoke right now? They do, but all the lanes are kind of pushed. This is going to be obvious as my terrible back being sore because I'm old. That's the joke. But let's focus on the game right now. I don't know, man. This is very hype. Focus.
Yeah, let's focus on the gameplay, not this discount Lacoste here in the cast. As Aqua is today pushing, he's taking the Roshan solo. He's a hard target to go on. Rolling Thunder. Okay, they know where the Chatris is. They gotta fight this now, guys. The Roche, it's falling. The Illuminate. Oh, they actually took it with the Illuminate.
Okay.
Tanner. Man, you see, this is why he's perpetually in high school. His math classes, right? This is his teacher teaching him how to do the derivatives and everything. He knows the quadratic equation. He knows how to take erosion time.
I thought we were gonna go another way with that joke, but that was pretty good. I mean, I actually would have loved if they just jump Roche, because now that there is Aegis in this Dusa, I feel like this gets 3 times as hard, pretty much. But let's see what they'll do. They're TPing everyone back. They're gonna show this Void Bottom. Do they have BKB on mag? They do, actually. That's clutch. have to.
With the X.
Go on,
Sorry,
sorry.
go ahead. No, you were saying.
You have to take this very slow. I think what you have to do is just spam the swashbuckle, make sure Aqua has no mana, and then you try to go for this weird play where you jump the back lines, ideally handskin, but I think S4 is also really valuable. Everyone else will be really hard to take. Aqua, obviously, because he has 2 lives, and Limp, because he has, like, 3. So,
Man,
I like what
a
they're doing.
nuisance this Dusa is being. But good swashbuckles there.
Or maybe, just maybe, if they can somehow bring these Dusa to the tier 4s, it's possible. But they don't have that Aderlands from the SG play you were talking about. In that game, I'm pretty sure 4DR had Aderlands in the Magnus. So
Yes.
this is harder.
Also, don't be a fake Brazilian. Don't call him 4DR, you weirdo.
Oh, Adriano. Sorry, that's how you say
sorry.
it, right?
Obrigado, Bowie. Heaven's Halberd is almost complete. The Void's going to help out a little bit. I mean, that BKB on Magnus, that's going to come in clutch in these plays. We'll see if that's possible. No Aetherlands, but... Oh, he goes for it. He goes for it. He fished the Dusa. That's the biggest fish you could ask for. But Aqua has a BKB this time. They don't commit the RP. Instead, Pango kind of cuts these lanes, adds. What are you going to do after this? I mean, your Rolling Thunder's about to end. He still has a Blink Dagger. He's fine. He's going to get away. Otakura was kind of thinking of initiating, but they're going to let this go. That means no Rolling Thunder, though, for 50 seconds.
No, but this is good. The BKB on Dusa being used. They're poking. They have the right idea about this, but they cannot lose too many heroes. Tanner does not have buyback right now.
Chrono only got the Kunkka and the Sanking. They're going to go for the Sanking instead. Chessie does get the RP they were looking for. Now into the Skewer. No second RP here, but they do have a lot of area damage. S4's dead, but so is J4 here. With both 4s gone, Otakar has no support here to cover him. Ads dies in the backlines as well. And Otakar just can't do much when that Chrono expires. And Aqua still holding on to his 2 lives. Happily will continue to push this. Again, no Rolling Thunder, so Ads not that useful in these team fights.
Yeah, the positioning there on J4 was, I'm sorry, on Tanner was not the greatest. He, with no buyback having that gem, I think he had to play a little bit further back.
Chessie? Okay, no mana on the Dusa. And again, he does have 2 lives, but they have Rolling Thunder this time. Otakar fighting his illusions first, realizing it's better to go for the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon's dead. Limp, his BKB is about to expire, but Otakar is still stunned here. He heals back up thanks to the time walk. Aqua will be annoying him ever so slightly here. As Aqua's BKB also going to expire. Can Chessie bring him back in? He's trying. He has a Skewer. No Horn Toss yet, though. That's going to be the first life on the Dusa done. Chessie? Certainly you can Horn Toss him now.
Another Horn Toss. There we go.
Back to the high ground you go, Dusa. He doesn't have a Stone Gaze, unfortunately. Kunkka can cover her ever so slightly, but Limp does not want to overcommit here. And the Torrent will annoy the Void. Aqua is lasting a ridiculous amount here, but there's no reinforcements, unfortunately, so it's just Aqua versus the world. They see the opportunity, they bring back the Kunkka, and now this could be a double kill. It's really valuable. BKB acted on Otakar. Kunkka's dead. And now with this, they'll be able to take down Aqua. S4's late with the epicenter. ITB fighting for their lives, and they're indeed somewhat succeeding.
Yeah,
Chessie,
that was...
what a god.
It was actually so important that Chessie didn't die at the beginning of that fight, because
yes,
as long as he's alive, they can, as they retreat, they can actually separate the Dusa from everyone. So at the end of the day, actually, it's not that bad. I really feel like they have a good late game advantage on Into the Breach. And there's still going to be a long time until the Aegis spawns. They just have to make sure they don't take a weird fight as they did before the 3rd Roshan spawns. Having the eggs and the refresher on their side will be clutch for them to the Dusa. We play now.
I'm really happy as we see the replay. Thank you for announcing it, by the way, Bowie. That the Void decided to go for S4 and not for the Kunkka. Because even though they probably could have killed Dolphin Chrono, the Shadow Demon Disruption took much longer to hit the Sanking, right? Because he was so far away. And that kind of got them the kill there. If he had gone for Limp, I'm pretty sure they lose the fight there.
Exactly. And also S4 kind of hesitating on his buyback a little bit. He eventually goes for it. And even then, it doesn't accomplish much. So kind of a hesitation there. Probably will not matter, but could, with the next Roshan fight, could become a huge problem for goonsquad if he dies close to it.
Oh, what's happening here? Otakar.
Oh.
You know, you see the Shadow Demon. He's just gotta die, you know. I don't know what Hanskin did to Otakar. I'm assuming ran down mid in some pub or whatever, but Otakar absolutely hates him.
He definitely does. Also has this Penta-Edge sword So that's gonna make him do a lot of damage. I'm surprised he actually has the sliver instead of it. But he might eventually just swap it back, builds the halberd, so that makes he's already very tanky, and I really like the way he's going with this build. You know, the K1 style, where you just don't die, and you just, you know, it's death by 1,000 cuts. You eventually just drain all of the mana from the Dusa.
Yes.
You have the lifesteal advantage. We'll probably transform this into Satanic at one point, and I think that's the right build for this game.
I agree. I like this Void much more because he's less dependent on, oh, look, I got the chrono of a century, or, oh, my chrono's not... Like, if you're depending on this 140-second cooldown spell, it's 10 times harder to play the game. Whereas right now, with this build that he went for that you described, the Ector build of the Death of 1,000 Cuts, it's just based on Time Walk, man. Yeah. I would like him to get Shard, though, but I understand why he's not, because he kind of needs every bit of gold he can get.
Yeah, I want him to get the eggs from X Roche. I think the shard, he'll probably get it after his MKB because there's Butterfly on the Dusa, but the eggs would be so good, man. That item is like broken on Void. I'm surprised. This hero needs lots of items, but once you get that eggs, it feels really good to just time walk, bash everyone. It's incredible.
Void in a theoretical game that lasts forever, right? He can just get all the farm in the world. Would eventually be able to outcarry, I would say, all carries, right?
It is one of the best late game carries, especially with this build where you don't rely on chrono, as you said, because you actually you're strong the whole time.
I do think the difference with Void in a lot of late game carries is that he actually requires skill to play in the late game. Like you're Dusa, there's one point where you just click the ground, you know, that's all you do. Or like Terrorblade is kind of similar. You know, they're not the hardest heroes to play once you have a lot of farm. Whereas Void, you have to get those precise time walks, try to get the utmost amount of healing, get the perfect chronos. It is a mind-breaking hero in the late game.
Yeah, I think even the time dilation usage is something a lot of people underrate on how important it is. So, you know, just jumping using time dilation randomly makes a huge difference instead of waiting for some spells to be cast. I like the wraparound. Once again, they're not going for the obvious routes. They're taking their time. They're feeling how the game is going. Roche is up, so...
Oh,
this is it.
Okay, they got a Dusa. This is huge. And this time they did trust him, but Aqua got the BKB in time. Otakar doesn't want to look at the Dusa. Now she can turn to stone. There's the Enchantress instead, and we go for her as the Coddle gets found out thanks to the E-Blade. S4 gets rid of the Coddle, but we do have a second Rolling Thunder at least. Bought back immediately Tanner. S4 could
buyback on S4.
Himself. Yeah, no buyback on him, and they get rid of the Sandstorm because they just push him out of it. He's dead.
I lied. He has buyback.
Why'd you say no buyback?
Why would you literally came back. It literally just came back, okay?
My analyst is a liar.
Dude, it's all about the hype. The viewers, they need to be immersed in the hype. I will lie for the happiness of our viewers. But Roche is up. I think they could at least force the buyback on the side of Goon Squad, and that by itself would be, you know, the start of a win condition for them. See if they can do that.
We'll see.
This is the play. They still have RP and Chrono. This dude, the fact that they got those skills without using a single one of these important spells is crazy.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they didn't use Rolling Thunder twice. Or rather, sorry, they refreshed, right? So I guess they have it now again.
Yeah, and the cooldown is pretty low anyways with the talent. He's already 25.
Yep. I'm glad he acknowledged how powerful Rolling Thunder is this game. Didn't go for the stupid swashbuckle cooldown talent. That would be a disgrace.
He already has stupid cooldown on it because of the Coddle, so no need to force it. The problem is those Dusa illusions. They're clearing the waves and they're actually sieging the tier 3 metal. Engage mid.
There we go.
Into Roche.
The complexity of this hero just walks into Roche. Fight me in Roche. Torrent AoE talent, that's going to come into play here as they also hex the Void. Refreshed immediately for a second BKB and a second Ghost Ship. For now, they can defend this Roche, but that's a Stone gets used. Yeah, you're right. Ads. Oh, what's Ads going for? It's going to be for the Enchantress. Enchantress. Yeah, Pex is dead. Not that valuable a kill, but a kill nonetheless.
Dude,
Oops. Jesse misses the skewer though. Otakar. Go use the
chrono. Oh my god.
He wants this Roche. He wants the Aegis. Take it quickly. He's gonna get everything. The Dusa could still be in trouble. Now they're gonna fight with the extra life on Void. BKB's been used though on the Dusa. X'd up is Jesse, who still has the BKB, still has the RP.
That's has to TP base.
Never mind.
The base was being taken down.
Good BKB. Skewer. he's going to be able to make it out of here alive. But you're right, the base is being taken down. The creeps are pushing his ads, has to TP back to defend the base. They lose J4. Otakar with a refresher shard is going to go for the do second time. But this time, the Shadow Demon's left alive, which means Aqua gets saved by the disruption. Chessie is going to die as collateral. They lose the Void as well. The loss of the Pango means they can't fight this properly. Otakar is now in trouble. Can he get away? He will try to time walk. Here comes the Pango to cover his escape. Otakar eats the cheese. Otakar has a time walk again. But they do use the Yule Scepter first. Now into the Burst Strike. On top of that, they help with the Torrent. They hex him. Where's the damage coming from? It's the Shadow Demon, but Otakar survives.
Pressure.
Thanks to that time walk. Ads for now still alive as well. He's managed to kill Medusa. They're gonna kill her. Ads is stuck though. He has to get away, and he does kill him. The Sanking along the way.
Your force?
ITB, they have a chance.
Oh my god, dude. The Tango bot travels level 2 and TP'd on top of the Void, and they somehow take that fight. Woo, but this base, it's exposed. This game is so much more hype than I thought it was gonna be. This is actually one of the most insane games I've cast in DreamLeague 2. All right, MKB gonna be ready on the Void.
For the Western Europe, so I would hope.
Yeah, flags on me, dude. Very nice, very kind of you, Mister. I cast all regions. Yeah.
Ads. We saw the replay a little bit. I mean, getting stuck there actually kind of helped him because he's got the double hit on Medusa there quickly. Even though there's a small timer, it actually helped him out ever so slightly, and then he got out and killed S4. The impact of Chessie and Ads' team fights has been really impressive.
Dude, I love mid Pangolier. I think he's much better than offlane, and you can see like Ads just, even though he had a pretty bad laning stage once again against Limp, they were able to recover his game much better. This refresher, I think everything about his build is great. The basher is gonna be, usually you don't want to have boots travel level 2 because that could be like an abyssal already ready for him, but it saved the game. If the Void dies there, the game's over. He was able to not only save him but kill the Medusa, so definitely the right item at that time.
Now he's finally gonna buy the shard, by the way.
Void, yeah, nice. Oh, now it's time for the new neutrals here. They're gonna give it to Chessie for the debuff duration. Wait, he actually gives it away. Who's gonna get it? Angle, maybe? Yeah, okay. Like that.
Okay.
Going for... Oh, there's a refresh on Medusa. Wow, she's giga farmed.
I mean, the BKB is so valuable these fights, and so is the Stone Gaze. They've been managing to kind of force it out. But that's it.
The only problem for goonsquad right now is this buyback on the Sand King. That's still on cooldown for 3 minutes. I think the play they probably want to make is wait for that buyback to return. And you can probably just brute force mid with this refresher. You're gonna have double BKB. I don't think the glyph time is gonna be enough for them to protect the base, even with the chrono. I don't think there's enough damage to Medusa in a normal fight. With refresher as well, double Torrent Storm, double Ghost Ship.
Yeah, Torrent Storm is going to be really impactful in these fights. As the enemy team doesn't have the gold to go for these extra refreshers, right?
Oh, Tanner! Tanner, no!
Tanner! Oh, whoa. Tanner, wait, Pango, don't join him! Oh, Ads? What? Why? You gotta run away, Ads. Yeah, just pretend like you were never here. There we go, bye-bye.
Hey, there's no buy on this Kato. He actually bought back for the last fight. Odo, yeah, his read on the game was totally wrong there. Obviously, they were not showing on the heroes, but I think that was... He doesn't have to show to clear the waves. So very weird that he actually just postured that way.
Nope. Sand King. They caught Otakar. They turn him into a pig as well. Okay, they bring back Peksu. Peksu does have the BKB.
Ash.
Otakar. He himself also has a BKB. Peksu. That's a really long duration BKB. It's actually at 9 seconds. Shockwave just barely hitting him right as the BKB ended. Which means he's not going to be pulled back in time.
Oh, look at the Black Dragons there. And slowly but surely taking the range barracks. So many Duze illusions as well. They just want to make they just want to make sure they're in the base, they're not farming. It's definitely the right play from Goon Squad. Way next Roche, ideally.
I mean, right now, Goon Squad, I think, is starting to realize that in a good fight, they can't be beat, right? So they just need to bide their time. They don't want to lose any resources. Probably going to be waiting for the next Roche.
I actually wouldn't mind Adusa getting the Roche eggs, but she's going for it herself also with the Aghanim's Blessing on top of it. Probably assuming he'll have the Aegis anyways, so doesn't feel like he doesn't need the item slot. Already
I
sold
agree.
the boots.
I feel like if you just eat the axe here, since you already have full items anyway, what are you going to buy anyway? You might give it to the Sanking instead. Now you get a long-range burrow. Even the Shadow Demon. Oh, he already has this. Never mind.
Yeah, I mean, but the Ench or the SK, they both would love it. I mean, there's a BKB on this Ench, so she does a fair amount of damage, honestly.
No.
Alright, so buybacks are finally back, and once again, as Roche's about to spawn, we see Into the Breach going for a smoke. It's not great though. Their waves are not pushed enough, I think. They do have boots of travel level 2 and ADZ, so he at least will show in the lane. Still feel like a pretty obvious move, though they're trying to get vision around Roche. This is a little bit too early, I think.
Yeah, it's way too early. One whole minute early. Like, there's no chance the Roche is going to be spawning this time, but I mean, this wraparound. Oh, favorite target. It's Hanskin. There we go. Find him again, but Otakar, I don't know about that play, buddy. There's ads coming in. He saved last fight, and he saved this one. These travel boots are really working wonders for him. The Chrono's used. Oh no, it's a zone out Chrono, Bowie. The RP does stop him though, but they haven't been able to kill Pexu or anyone for that matter. As Chessie has had the refresher, he can't get the second RP off. The boy's been stopped. Otakar needs to get away now. Ads also in trouble. Ads needs to find a way to retreat. He does with a refresher. Rolling Thunder, but Yostar stops it. Can they turn this into a stun? Ads with the roll-up. Now the Rolling Thunder. There we go. He's safe for a second now, but he can't get hit with the Dusa. He might just die to auto attacks. It's a Blink Dagger. And with this, he'll be able to TP back home. Otakar does die in the middle of this fight, however. I don't know what he was targeting with that Chrono. I'll be honest. I didn't see that.
Yeah, the whole move, I think, was weird. You know, they're usually pretty patient with the way they go about it. Okay, they almost dragged the Sentinel.
Patience out the window now, Bowie.
Yeah. It's been 51 minutes. They're done with this. They really want to take a good fight, but it's a tough one.
Yeah, they can't really kill the Sanking anymore. And Goon Squad, they have all the creeps in the base as well. It's really difficult to defend this. The Axe on the Dusa also being completed. Bit of a nuisance here. As the Rolling Thunder comes in, adds one last time. For the boys, he goes. Otakar, though, has no Chrono, so it's all up to ads. There's the fishing. They got the Dusa. It's long enough, but unfortunately, Otakar doesn't deal enough damage because of that Mystic Snake as well, stopping him. And now ads is in trouble in the backlines. Someone save your Pango. He's been turned into a pig. He's going to be stunned again, and he is going to be perma-stunned into his death. Luckily, as a buyback, that's his first life gone. Rolling Thunder available in 20 more seconds.
I really like the way Limp is playing this fight. He's actually not showing. He's making sure that he X's Aqua because there is a BKB on the Magnus, right? So he cannot be X back. And he's bringing the Dusa even though they're going for those cures. Just super patient from Goon Squad. I can see why they didn't lose a single game in the whole DPC. They know what has to be done. They never jump the gun. And this is probably the last smoke of the game unless something major happens. They have to... they need a 5-man Chrono right now.
That Torch Stormer's going to cover his retreat. Otakar does have a Chrono, though. I don't know if a 5-man Chrono will be possible at all, Bowie. Not against Goon Squad. He's going for Rapier now on Otakar.
He needs one. Definitely needs damage. The waves are so hard for them to deal with. They don't have enough. Oh, boy.
Oh, they visioned him and they just went. Yeah, they had the ward this whole time. Otakar got found. Gets the BKB, has to use it immediately, healing back a bit, but that's a TP. And that's going to be ads having to sacrifice his life maybe for this. No, he has a TP as well. Both retreat in time. However, Tanner been found. Tanner's been slow. Tanner's been killed. He will be the sacrificial lamb of this engagement, together apparently with poor J4. No more DP for this fight. At least he is delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, it's gonna be Roche for them. Even with the buyback on Kato, they don't have the DP. Their lanes are just really hard to. Even though they have this Magnus and power, even though this Pango is probably the most farmed Pango I've seen in a while, it's still mega creeps. So it's gonna be. They're gonna have to defend against Aegis, Refresher, Nags on Goon Squad. Or maybe they'll just go high ground. I guess they'll see if they have buybacks. There is one on Kato.
Rolling Thunder is used.
Oh,
And once
X
again, they can secure the fishing, but they have the X. Really good X there. And that's for the Dusa, I'm pretty sure, right? Yep. Good attempt by Jesse, though, but the X is just going to nullify his attempt. Second Rolling Thunder is available. Enchant to fix Ancients coming into play.
Yeah, now the Roche, the buyback gets committed. Good try. I mean, they're like the skewers are really good. I think Jesse missed very few of them, but Hunka's either whether he is Xing the Magnus or the Dusa, it's always been on point from Limp. Brother versus brother, but feels like Limp is doing a little bit better this time, alongside the entirety of Goon Squad, obviously.
You're just reading his mind, you know? You've lived together for so long, and you come from the same mother and father. you share a special bond, and Limp just knows exactly what Jesse's gonna do every single time. S4, grab the Ags, there we go.
Cheese for the, I mean, this Shadow Demon so stacked. Refresher Shard, Cheese, Eggs, Aeon Disc, Octarine. Man. Woo. Handskin, even though he died a fair amount, still managed to get a lot of harm.
This is the please stop killing me Void build, right? Like, just stop Void.
Yeah, the Du's Illusions just farmed so much for him. He was clearing, like, wave after wave when they were pushing for Roche, for that second Roche. Alright, time for the last fight. Let's go.
The X, though, makes it impossible to do anything against this Dusa. They figured out the one technique they have is skewering her back into the fountain. Just trying to delay.
There we go.
Okay, they actually got her this time. But Aqua has a BKB. They commit the RB for this. Oh, Aqua is unkillable. There's Otakar. He gets a decent Chrono. Aqua, I think he's in it. No, the disruption saves him. They have to go for Limp instead, but the damage is lacking on this Void. They also turn Jesse to stone here. Jesse is forced to retreat. Otakar's dead, so is Tanner. And Goon Squad will finally finish this game. It was a hard one. ITB gave them a run for their money, but Goon Squad prevails, taking the 2-0 and that first Division 1 slot for Western Europe.